Or to this computer. Good evening. This is Christina. One of the things I wanted to share with you tonight is that I made a new blend that's part of my class that I'm pretty excited about. And it's a spritz. So that means I can just, it's a fine mist. Oh my gosh. And it smells absolutely amazing. So this spritz, I need to make a label for it. I actually repurposed this. This is a old Lavaderm mist sprayer, and so it's 2 ounces. So the recipe is 1 ounce bottle with 5 drops of abundance and 5 drops of acceptance, because what the purpose of this particular blend is to accept abundance. Right? And it is amazing. And then you can follow it by taking 1 or 2 drops of the oil of believe and putting it in your hand. And you know how we do this, folks. We do the old scent tent. And with those 2 oils in the spritz and this one in your scent tent, you are ready for anything. I mean, for setting your goals, for focusing on what it is that you really want in life, whatever that is for you. For me, of course, it's being able to support you guys, to be, to give more to you, to be here for you, so that we can spread young living to the world. That is what we call the C-type goal. And I do that through teaching you product classes and giving you, information that hopefully is going to help you to become a better person, because isn't that really what it's all about? A goal isn't so much about what we attain. It's about who we become in the process of reaching that goal. So that's why a C-type goal, which is one of those goals that you just don't know how you could ever see getting there. An A-type goal is something that, you've done before and you can do it again. A B-type goal is where you make a plan and you work hard at accomplishing that goal. And a C-type goal is a fantasy. It's something that you desire. You have a desire in your heart. It may be a log cabin on a lake. It may be, it could be anything. It could be a new wardrobe, whatever it is for you. But you don't know how you can get it because maybe financially you're not in a position, but if you focus on it and you use this misting spray, accept that abundance in your life, and then follow it up with a drop of believe. Believe that you are accepting that abundance. That is going to be very, very helpful for keeping you in the mindset that's going to get you to grow more into the person that you want to become. All right, with that beginning, hello, how are you? We're going to jump into babies and children. And babies and children was one of those classes that I created a long time ago. I did a lot of research. Pam and I really put our noses to the grindstone. We were inspired. We were directed. We were collaborative. We worked very well together. And I'm just very, very proud of what we have to offer for you tonight. So let's get this party started. First of all, everyday choices make all the difference in the world, not only in your mindset and your goals, but in your health, right? What we choose to do for our bodies, and it's always our choice. It's always our choice. If we choose to do the right thing every time, we will be that much further ahead. But so I wrote down today, every thought that you think brings you closer or further from the person that you really, truly want to be. Well, Benjamin Franklin said, ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And we want to begin with our children, giving them the right choices, choosing for them the right things. So beginning at birth, thinking about preventative and supportive care is crucial. And many times new mothers are at a loss. You probably know many people who have children and don't have a clue about, how chlorinated water can affect them, how, massive vaccinations and chemical baby products can negatively affect them. They don't know. They're bombarded with drops and creams and lotions and pharmaceuticals to bring health to their child, only to find that these things cause allergies, asthma, rashes, and more. So, that's why it's laid upon my heart to teach so that moms will know. So this is a perfect class. Once this is recorded and it's out on YouTube, this is a perfect class to share with somebody that is raising small children or maybe pregnant. And, they're just new. All of this stuff is so new. Whose responsibility is it to teach them? It's ours. We've been called. Absolutely. Point at you, because you are the holder of the truth, right? Essential oils are useful in routine care, such as sleep, calming, purifying the air, skin care, to support all 5 areas of our health. And those include our mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, and social aspect of our health. Okay, so moving right along. Why would we use therapeutic grade essential oils with children? For those looking for a more natural way to support our little ones, essential oils have first been around for thousands of years, and they bring to children a 3-fold therapeutic benefit that is unique to medicine. First of all, think about these varied aromatic molecules with all their various properties as a function of their biochemistry. They have electromagnetic information that makes them very, very effective in very, very small doses for children. And there's a powerful energy in these essential oils that have been drawn to the plant by solar energy. These are synchronistic with the human body. So why do we think that essential oils are the perfect choice for our children? Because number one, there are no toxins, no side effects. They're chemical free. They purify the air from viruses and bacteria. They support a healthy immune system, and they support healthy development. Isn't that the dream that we have for our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren? These oils will literally fight bacteria and viruses naturally. We want to protect our children. And you know what? Children respond favorably to aromas. In fact, they're going to find their favorites. I used to have my grandchildren. My grandchildren are in their 30s now, but think about it. I've been using Young Living for 23 years. So when I started, Karina, who is, probably 32, my oldest granddaughter, she was introduced at a very young age to essential oils. These kids were raised with their grandmother's essential oils. And if you're a grandma, that's your responsibility. Bring these kids into your home, rub oils on the bottom of their feet. It really enhances the bonding time with you. Rubbing on their feet, rubbing on their back, giving them a little massage, and there's nothing wrong with that, and a kiss on the neck. That's my habit in my house. So therapeutic grade essential oils are really nature's first aid kit. Isn't that a beautiful way to put it? Essential oils are the lifeblood of the plant. They consist of hundreds of different and unique compounds that are highly concentrated. They're easily absorbed into the skin. They're awesome. Therapeutic grade essential oils are pure, they're safe, and supportive to children of all ages. These oils can be used topically, internally, or through inhalation. So with babies, dilution with V6 vegetable oil is really recommended. Small children or anyone with sensitive skin should be diluting. Mixing with local honey is a great way for children to ingest essential oils for internal use. And you know, the spritzer that I made, and Amy Lee, I hope you were on when I was telling everybody about this new spritzer I made. So did you catch that recipe? Just give me a thumbs up if you did. Okay, I can't see her. Did you get the recipe? No, you didn't. Okay, so I just made this, and this is for you too. That's why I'm calling you out. And I apologize, it's recorded, but hey, you are worthy of being called out. So this recipe is, you take a 1 ounce bottle of pure, I use RO water, and then I added 5 drops of abundance and 5 drops of acceptance. And so it helps us to accept abundance, and it smells amazing. Then I follow the spritzing. You spritz it all over you with 1 drop of believe, because I believe that I am accepting abundance in this misting spray. You will love this. The nice thing is you can make misting sprays like crazy for your babies and children as well. So I hope you got that recipe. Write it down: 5 drops of abundance and 5 drops of acceptance in a 1 ounce fine mist sprayer. All right, so we're going to move on. Let's talk about childhood diseases. I don't like to be negative, but I think we need to call out, some of the things that could happen if you're not using essential oils on a regular basis, and if it does, what you can use in that case. I cannot play with you right now. Okay, so colic. Colic may appear when a baby is around 2 or 3 weeks old, and it peaks around 6 weeks, and then it improves significantly around 3 or 4 months. By the time they're 5 months, colic is gone. But in the interim, when they are going through colic, it can be a very, very uncomfortable time for them. In fact, my youngest, Elizabeth, had colic up until she was 4 months old, and it was horrible. It was horrible. I have to let my dog out. So sorry, everyone. But he seems to wait for my classes, and then he wants all my attention. So anyway, she would have acute abdominal pain. She would cry. She would tense up, curled her legs up. She was inconsolable. In fact, when she was just weeks old, she wouldn't sleep. I couldn't get her to sleep. So I'm going to mute Joan Marie. Yeah, so it was rough. And of course, I didn't have the essential oils. That was 46 years ago. So I used things like chamomile tea, and I would make chamomile compresses to put on her little tummy. And finally, we got rid of that colic. But first of all, the mother should examine her dietary intake for foods that might be spicy, caffeinated, or high in fat. This could have a direct relation. And the thing that I couldn't understand why Elizabeth was colicky is because I was nursing her. But I did not know that maybe the foods that I was eating, and I don't remember, that was 46 years ago. I don't even remember if I drank coffee back then. But, be aware that these things can cause issues. So Roman chamomile, mix 1 drop in warm water and apply that compress to the tummy. And the thing is that the oil is going to be 100 times more potent than chamomile tea. And that is really what you need. So also digize may work. You can dilute 1 drop in mixing oil and then just rub it on the tummy. So that's colic. What about a fever? When they get a fever, they're irritable, they're fussy, they could, cause them to cry, or they might go the opposite way and be quiet and lethargic, no interest in eating. They're going to feel warm to the touch. You know how we always feel their forehead. You might want to take their temperature. An under the arm thermometer is good to have handy. The verbal children may complain of headache or not being hungry or body aches or feeling hot or unable to sleep. So the recommendation for infants is peppermint oil. And I have used this on children in our family, in my husband's family, at a family reunion where they had a fever, and it worked immediately. Dilute 1 to 1 using V6 and massage over the navel. Or dilute 1 drop of lavender in 1 tablespoon of V6 for an all over body massage. So you can give them a warm bath, maybe put some lavender in lavender bath gel, a little bit of that in their bath. And then after their bath, then give them a full body massage. Lavender or thieves applied to the bottom of the feet may also help with that fever. Recommendations for toddlers and above, you can use that 1 to 2 drops of peppermint neat on each foot or around the navel. Lavender or thieves, apply 1 to 2 drops to the bottom of the feet hourly or as needed. Another thing that I've done is I've taken a cool rag and I've put peppermint, 1 or 2 drops of peppermint oil on there, and I've placed it on the back of their neck or on their forehead to cool them down. So you can also give them a glass of water with a drop of peppermint to sip on. This is very, very helpful. 1 drop of peppermint oil is equivalent to about 16 cups of peppermint tea. So that's pretty awesome. So this is the V6 that we use to dilute our oils with children and adults, and especially, you know, adults with senior adults or adults in palliative care. It's very nourishing. It's an antioxidant vegetable oil. It's colorless and odorless. It's non-staining. It has a long shelf life, and it protects the skin from free radical damage. It also is compatible with skin's natural oils and the sebum, and it's a moisturizing light texture. It's ingestible, and you can use it for massage and or dilution of essential oils. It contains 6 organic vegetable oils, thus its name V6. Fractionated coconut oil, olive oil, sesame seed oil, almond oil, sunflower seed oil, wheat germ oil, and grape seed oil. Okay, so here's peppermint. It helps with symptoms of nausea, vomiting, motion sickness, headaches, colic, constipation. It's really a versatile oil when you have kids at home. And you know, I found that when my grandkids were little, that was their favorite go-to. So if they were in my oil bag when they were small, like 7, 8, or 9, it never failed that they would open up the peppermint and they would get it in their eye. Never, ever flush the eye with water. Always go to the kitchen, get some vegetable oil and put it on a cotton pad or a damp rag and wipe that oil over their eye. It's the oil that's going to calm, it's the vegetable oil that's going to calm down that essential oil so that it doesn't sting. But you know what they did? They learned that they, you know, not to put that in their eye anymore. Sometimes they have to learn the hard way. It's very supportive to the respiratory system. It helps alleviate muscle aches and discomfort. It cools and invigorates the skin when you're overheated, like in the case of a fever, or if they've been out in the sun too long. Drop into water for internal cooling. Diffuse or inhale to stimulate the mind and energize the body. This is great for homeschooling kids during those subjects that might be a little taxing. Get them to focus. It'll stimulate their mind. We've also used it in nursing homes to keep them awake and alert during, you know, their creative time, their craft time or whatever. So diffuse oils, and I love the feather the owl. I'm actually giving a little, I have a vendor fair on the 10th of April, I believe. Yes, on the 10th of April. And I'm going to bring my Feather the Owl, and I'm going to have the kids' scents oils out there, and I'm going to have the seedlings basket, and just let the moms and the kids see all the fun things that, you know, Young Living has. If you have a desert mist diffuser and that's the only one you have, use that. Make sure that they have it in their room. You can use an ultrasonic diffuser as well, the Aria. But any of these diffusers work. I just think that the Feather the Owl is so great for kids. All right, what would we do if we had diaper rash? First of all, diaper rash is redness in the diaper area. It's tight, papery skin. It might be shiny or bright red inflamed. One of the recommendations is to increase water intake. Now, if it's a nursing baby, sometimes that's not as easy to do. But if they'll take a bottle, offer them water. Apply Tender Tush topically. This was developed for the skin, and it works great as a diaper rash cream. Tender Tush is a Young Living product. You can also, if you have the oil of Gentle Baby, you can dilute 1 drop to 30 drops of V6 and put that on. Gentle Baby is very, very healing to the skin. It's an anti-scarring oil. It's we just don't talk about Gentle Baby enough, and it's a wonderful oil for anything skin wise for a child. You can make your own baby wipes, and I used to do this when I do DIYs by taking a roll of natural paper towel and a serrated knife and cut that paper towel in half, and then put that half into, I used to use a Rubbermaid container that I think it was a 2-quart, and that half of the paper towels fit in there perfectly. Then you're going to put 2 cups of water in a 2-cup measure. And then I put 2 tablespoons of V6 in the water and 2 tablespoons of the Kids Sense shampoo. This gives it some, it breaks down that V6. So you still have the moisture from the V6, but it's not sitting, you know, on top. Plus it's very cleansing. You know, the Kids Sense shampoo is very cleansing. Then you can add any of your favorite oils. You can add 5 drops of lavender, 5 drops of Gentle Baby. If you love frankincense, you can put that in. Sandalwood, rose, if you love that. Whatever is your favorite oil, you can add that to that 2-cup container of water, and then pour in the container with the paper towels. Let it set overnight. It's going to absorb all that water, and then you can pull out the center and start pulling those half paper towel sheets out by the center whenever you need a baby wipe. This is really, really inexpensive to make. Now, otherwise, Young Living has the Seedlings baby wipes, which I use, even I do, and I love them. I absolutely love the smell of lavender baby wipes, and they're just so healing. You can also make your own diaper rash recipe by mixing 5 drops of lavender or rose or Gentle Baby with 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Just sift it together until it's well blended, and then put it in a tightly sealed container. And then whenever you need baby powder, you can just slightly sprinkle. You know what a great thing would be is if you emptied a Thieves Kitchen and Bath scrub bottle. You know, the cleanser that we have now. I love the Thieves Kitchen and Bath scrub. It is awesome. When you empty one of those, that's a shaker bottle. It has those little holes in it. You can literally put your sifted diaper rash powder in that and just relabel it. Repurpose. That's what we love to do, repurpose. Ear infections and earaches. Oh my goodness. We surely don't want that to happen to our little ones. This is an inflammation or a viral bacteria infection in the ear. You're going to see unusual irritability, difficulty sleeping, loss of balance, fever. They might tug or pull at one ear or both ears. There may be fluid draining from that ear, and they may have difficulty hearing, so they might be a little inattentive. This is one of the best recommendations I could give you. And this came from the book Gentle Babies by Deborah Rayburn. She's incredible. And if you can get the older book, I really recommend it, because once she had to rewrite it for compliancy, it just lost a little oomph, if you know what I mean. But Gentle Babies by Deborah Rayburn. And she says, take Leadum. And this works because I had a cleaning lady quite a few years ago that her baby, she was 18 months old, and 12 of those 18 months, she had suffered with an ear infection, a chronic ear infection, to the tune that they finally ended up putting tubes in her ears at 18 months. I said, get some Leadum, dilute it 1 drop to 10 drops of V6, and apply 1 to 2 drops around the outer ear, down the neck, and on the feet several times. Also, I recommended that she use Thieves on the bottom of the feet, and that baby's ear infection cleared up. I know this from personal experience. And the thing is that this recipe, like I said, I got from Gentle Babies, and it is amazing. So with ear infections and earaches, it's often hard to detect because most children with symptoms don't yet have sufficient speech and language skills to tell someone that that it's bothering them. But if you look at any of those symptoms and they seem to align with what's going on with your little one, use your Leadum, use your Thieves. This will get rid of it. Okay, teething. Every baby's going to go through this. So this is one of those must-haves, you know, can't do without. The symptoms, of course, are drooling. They might get a facial rash, runny nose, fever. They refuse to eat. They're just irritable and fussy, unable to sleep. They'll chew on everything, kind of like a puppy. They might get loose stools. They might end up with diaper rash because of all of this going on. They might have gum swelling and inflammation. So here are my recommendations. What I like to do is I like to take a 15 ml empty bottle and put about a full bottle of V6. It's 1 to 5. You could count it out if you wanted to, but a full bottle of V6 and about 20 drops of Thieves. And then when you need to, and take the orifice out. And then when you need to, you're just going to put that on your fingers and you're going to rub the inside of their mouth, their gums, massage the gums, and that will take the pain away. You could also put clove in there, but I wouldn't probably put, wow, this is tangerine. It smells so good. I probably wouldn't put more than 20 drops. So you could do 10 drops of Thieves and, 10 drops of clove if you wanted to just mix it up a little bit, but you can use either or, because clove is an analgesic and it's found in Thieves, and it's really good for cutting that pain. You can also use Peace and Calming. Just take 1 drop and rub it on the jawbone, along the jawline and the bottom of the feet, maybe even massage a little bit on their back to help calm them down. For older children, you can take Panaway or Deep Relief and rub that over the jaw affected area if they're losing, some of their older teeth. If they do get a facial rash, one of the greatest things to remedy that is the Kid Sense lash lotion, or even if you're, as an adult, using the lavender lotion, you can use that on them as well. Rose ointment might be helpful as well.
So Christina?
Yes.
I have done this with one of the kids in the center that had the facial rash and he was teething. I took Peace and Calming and just did it along the jawbone, and within 5 minutes he stopped crying, and the next day his mother, I don't know what you used, but it got rid of the facial rash.
Oh my, so it got rid of the facial rash as well. That's a great testimony. Thank you, April. April works in a daycare center, so she gets a lot of these real life experiences under her belt. So here is Peace and Calming. D. Gary Young developed this for overactive children. I know I have a silver in my organization because of this oil. It saved her from the craziness of her 3 little ones when I first met her. So it promotes relaxation. It relieves fear and anxiety. It calms overexcited and restless children. It combats anger and negative emotions. It brings about a deep sense of security and confidence. It offers a peaceful, restful sleep. Peace and calming is great. It is a blend of oils. So it has blue tansy, patchouli, tangerine. I love the tangerine, orange, and ylang ylang in it. A wonderful oil. In fact, what we're going to do at our vendor fair is we're going to get little clothespins, the smaller ones, and put little pom-poms, just glue a little pom-pom on each one of those little clothespins. And I'm going to put 1 drop of peace and calming so we can clip it to their, their outfit, their jacket, their hat, whatever. And that's going to be a free gift to them if they come to my table and fill out my contact card. So another thing that I thought we would do is make kids Play-Doh with essential oils. And on the DIY, Young Living DIY blog, you can find that recipe, and that would be fun too. But I will probably charge $1 or $2 for a little baggie of Play-Doh. Just offer that. So there you go. Oh, what about diarrhea? This is frequent loose watery stools, abdominal cramping, and bloating. The recommendations, of course, are the brat diet. The brat diet consists of bananas, rice, applesauce, and toast. This helps to combat that, but at the same time, I want you to use 1 to 2 drops of digize applied straight to the tummy. You can also use lavender, Roman chamomile, or basil diluted. These are stronger oils, and apply that to the tummy to relieve stress or spasms. Basil is great as an antispasmodic. Peppermint, you can put 1 drop in 8 ounces of water if they'll sip that water. You might even add a drop of stevia, liquid stevia, if they want to make it a little bit sweeter. You can add Ledum, 1 to 2 drops orally in their mouth or on the tummy. And Life 5, or its Mighty Pro, is a probiotic that you should be using on that little one at night anyway. So if you don't have the probiotic, it's Life 9. I needed to change that and I didn't, sorry. Life 9, you can just use 1/3 to 1/2 a capsule in some applesauce before bedtime. But if it's the Mighty Pro, they can take it, full on. It comes in a serving, and they're good. That was created just for children. In children, particularly young children, diarrhea can quickly lead to dehydration. So if that seems like it's going to happen, please call your doctor. If the diarrhea doesn't improve within 24 hours. And try these things first and then, see where that takes you. Got some unmuting I have to do here. Okay. For constipation, so the reverse of what we just talked about, of course, the symptoms are hard, dry bowel movements, straining when having a bowel movement, difficult or painful to push out, no bowel movement for 24 hours. I have had personal experience with this and my great-grandbaby Eli. When he was about 18 months, he hadn't had a good bowel movement in 3 days. He was a nursing baby, and the doctor had told his mom that it was not uncommon for a child to not go for 72 hours. I, of course, did not agree with that. And I put digize on his tummy. I guaranteed her that within 15 minutes, he would have a bowel movement. Well, guys, I hate to disappoint you, but it didn't happen. I had to wait 22 minutes. And when it did, oh boy, howdy did it. He was up his back. She had to change his clothes, but he was a happy camper after that. So, some of the things you can do, he was a nursing baby, so she wasn't feeding him water, and he wasn't eating solid food by then, I don't think. So you could increase water, fiber intake. Peppermint works, but digize works every time. Digize is the answer to constipation or diarrhea. What about allergies? Now we know that allergies are caused by an overreaction of the immune system to protein substances. That is exactly why you cannot, and I repeat, you cannot be allergic to essential oils. Now, you may have a sensitivity to essential oils, but because they do not have a protein antigen, there is no way that you can be allergic. And that is written in the Chemistry of Essential Oils Made Simple by David Stewart. And I know it's true. It's a protein antigen that causes allergy, whether it's dander or pollen or food allergy. It's always a protein antigen. So that antigen has either been inhaled, ingested, touched, or injected. And the symptoms are sneezing and coughing, watery, itchy eyes, runny or stuffy nose, changes in behavior. And this is how we fix that. Take 1 drop of lavender for a little one in 1 teaspoon of local honey. Local honey. If you use agave in your house, agave works as well. Put 3 drops of Harmony essential oil blend on the sternum. That's the breastbone. And then make sure that they are taking a Mighty Pro every night and that they are going, frequently. So you want to put lemon over their liver to cleanse their liver. And, if you have other colon or liver problems in a child, call me for a consult and we will talk because, I'd like to get a little back history and just find out what we can do to help. But a lot of allergies now are coming from chemical substances, and this is damaging the DNA, causing overproductions of histamine. And so we can stop that overproduction and we can correct the damaged DNA by using lavender oil. And it's amazing. An allergic reaction to chemicals in foods such as dyes, MSG, aspartame can affect the brain. Remember this, producing symptoms of ADD and ADHD, autism, depression, as well as physical ailments. So really consider making sure that your child's diet, his environment is clean, clean, and clean. Green, green, and green. And then using essential oils. And hopefully you won't have those issues. So let's talk a little bit about lavender. Lavender is gentle. It's the #1 first aid treatment for everything. We call it the Swiss Army knife or the universal oil. When in doubt, grab lavender. It promotes healing for cuts and scrapes and diaper rash and blisters. It's a safe, effective insect repellent. It's calming. It's excellent for burns and sunburns. It promotes healing of cradle cap. Who knew that? It soothes diaper rash, and it helps helps open blocked tear ducts. And I've known this to be a fact as well. Place 1 drop over the bridge of the nose and do that throughout the day, and those tear ducts will open. Amazing. I'm telling you, this stuff is a godsend. Lemon, let's look at that. I mentioned cleansing the liver. If you think that liver is a little congested, maybe from being in an environment that wasn't as clean and green as you'd like it to be. So put lemon, you can dilute it if it's a small child, but over the liver, it actually increases immune support. It promotes emotional well-being. I have turned to lemon as the very first oil that I breathe in during my time of reflection, meditation, and study for personal development. Lemon is incredible at getting me focused and thinking. It has something to do with the cognitive brain. It helps me to think. And so I've been using it every day now for a couple of weeks, and I'm just sold on it, right? You can diffuse it. You can directly inhale it. That's what I do. I also diffuse it. You can apply it topically. I put it over my liver, and you can take it as a dietary supplement. I actually have a drop of lemon in my glass of water tonight as we speak. It's a refreshing, healthy kids beverage. Just use some agave or some local honey and some lemon in ice water and serve it as delicious lemonade. What about colds and flu? We know that flus can be contagious viral upper respiratory tract infections caused by many different types of viruses. And the colds and flu symptoms are sneezing, fever, cough, chills, body aches, extreme fatigue, runny and stuffy nose, and possibly a sore throat. And usually that's because of postnasal drip. It's running down that throat and it's just causing a lot of irritation, or it can be, you know, just a sore throat with that cold. Coughing can exacerbate that. Our recommendations are RC. You can diffuse this for congestion and cough. Peppermint for fever and headaches. Lavender body massage for body aches. And Ningxia Red for the nutrition. I also would recommend vitamin C. We have the vitamin C chewables. Vitamin D. Our Super D is really tasty and kids will eat it up. Those all will help to counteract any symptoms that you might have. But these are the things that you can use, you know, to prevent having the kids get sick with a cold or flu. Children attending daycare up through adolescence average 12 colds a year. So, you know, diffusing this in daycare, diffusing thieves in daycare to make sure that we're killing bacteria and virus, airborne bacteria and viruses. And I sure know that April does that in her classroom. So here's the thieves, and it helps support proper immune function. It's an excellent source for deodorizing the air in the home. It provides a boost to antioxidant support. It's non-toxic, it's eco-friendly, it's biodegradable. And if you use it daily on the bottom of the feet to protect you, you won't get sick. And I have a nurse, like I said, I have a gal in my organization. She was sold on peace and calming, but she started using 2 drops of thieves on each foot for each kid. She had 3 of them. So she had 6 feet to cover. Every day before they went to school, they would sit on the steps. They would have their shoes and socks in hand, and she would put 2 drops of thieves on bottom of every foot, and those kids never missed a day of school. And that's her testimony, and she's sticking to it. These products have been university tested. They're safe and effective for everyday items in your home, and we're going to talk about the Thieves Cleaner in here in just a minute. You know that Thieves essential oil blend was inspired by the legend of the 4 15th century thieves in France, who formulated an aromatic blend composed of rosemary, clove, and other botanicals to use while robbing graves. When captured, they were offered a lesser sentence in exchange for their secret recipe. I'm going to tell you that I'm going to do a really in-depth class on thieves next week. If you want to know the Weber State University tests, what it has been tested against, how effective it is against mold, and all the rest, I'm going to divulge that next Tuesday. So make sure you're on my class. Thieves contains clove, lemon, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus radiata, and rosemary. Here's some more Thieves products that you can use with your kids. We have the Thieves cough lozenges. These are not as strong as the cough drops, so may be a little more amenable to your child. We have Thieves Cleaner. If you have little ones and you're concerned about germs on their toys, throw them all in a basin, put a cap full of Thieves Cleaner in there, or make a Thieves Cleaner spray and spray the toys, but just wash them all. You can use Thieves to clean the high chairs, the mattress pads, anything that you're worried about being germy. you're going to want to get yourself some Thieves Cleaner. So we have Thieves soap, we have Thieves wipes. I don't recommend using Thieves wipes on the body. These wipes are used for cleaning the counters, cleaning inside of your car if somebody spills something, anything like that. That's what those Thieves wipes are for. The Seedlings baby wipes or the homemade wipes that you make are fine for the baby's skin. You know, every child grows up eventually, and while they're growing up, they're going to get sore muscles and they're going to get growing pains. And I remember my grand boys would wrap their legs around trees, knock each other in the head with stuff. I mean, they were always coming in, and Grandma, I think I broke my big bone in my leg. So, you know, we would use Panaway. That's really what we would use. Panaway, Panaway, Panaway. Pain in muscles or joints, sometimes experienced by children and often attributed to rapid growth. There's also something out there called Osgood-Schlatter's disease, which my daughter Elizabeth got. It's when you grow really fast and your bones aren't keeping sync. And so she had a lot of knee pain, and we started chiropractic care when she was about 7 or 8. And I wish I'd had the oils. I would have used Panaway in conjunction with the chiropractic care. So the symptoms are pains in the front of their knees, in their thighs and their calves or behind the knees. It sometimes strikes in late afternoon or early evening before bed because everything's tired, and then they start realizing that they have aches and pains. Sometimes it'll wake up a kid in the middle of the night. The intensity of the pain varies from child to child, but you can apply a cold compress to alleviate any inflammation, and then a warm complex. So you're using hydrotherapy, and then massage the area with Panaway. So let's talk a little bit about Panaway real quick. Supports healthy bones, joints, and cartilage. This is the #1 oil to support broken bones. It supports quick healing. It soothes and eases stressed nerves, tight, sore muscles, and sore joints and ligaments. Used topically to kill pain where there's no open raw tissue. It's great for sports or playtime injuries. You can apply it to the bottom of the feet, and you can follow with localized topical treatments. You can rub it on the temples, on the back of the neck or forehead, or inhale it for a soothing effect. Used with a compress along the spine. It includes wintergreen, helichrysum, clove, and peppermint. And we also have the Cool Azul pain cream that you can use on them. So just know that we have those 2 options for growing pains. When we have cuts, scrapes, bugs, and stings, we want to think about using purification or lavender. Both of these work well. For cuts and scrapes, you can use lavender oil neat on the site. For bugs bites, go to purification or lavender every time and put it on right on the site. You can use purification as a bug repellent. However, we do have a natural insect repellent that's really, really safe for both kids and adults alike that Young Living has. I think you'll love it. Get some now so that you're set for summer, because the bugs are already starting to come out here. I saw some wasps. For stings, definitely purification. Layer it with copaiba. This is going to really enhance the effectiveness of purification, and put it right on the site where the swelling is. But both of those oils together, purification and then copaiba, just take a note. So here is your purification. It helps healthy lungs and bronchioles. It's used to sterilize cuts and scrapes. It deters bugs and insects, and it relieves itching from insect bites. I've met a lot of little kids that have, you know, they're almost allergic to mosquito bites. They whelp up so much, and having purification right there is just so important. It also neutralizes mildew, cigarette smoke, and other undesirable odors. It neutralizes poison from those stinging and biting insects, and that's why we say use it on bites or stings. It's great to use in the laundry to purify cloth diapers and other children's items. You can also use it for swimmer's ear. Put a drop on a cotton ball and put that cotton ball in their ear, but don't put it directly in the ear. Don't ever drop essential oils directly in the ear. So purification contains citronella, lemongrass, lavender, rosemary, melaleuca, and myrtle. I also want to mention frankincense and how great it is. It's one of the oldest essential oils used primarily in meditation to improve inner balance and spiritual awareness. But it also calms and soothes the body and mind. Introduce your children to these oils, these wonderful fragrances, and see how they react. It supports overall health. It supports the respiratory system, the skin. It soothes little head bumps. And you can use it topically on the umbilical cord, this or myrrh. If you're birthing at home, or I don't think a local doctor will do that, but you can diffuse it or inhale it for calming effects. And I have used it to anoint all of our babies after delivery once I became an oiler. I don't actually dilute it 1-to-1. I put it on neat, and these infants are brand newly born. Valor is another one that's great for kids. Of course, we call it the chiropractor in a bottle, and it's very effective for improving structural misalignment. See, I wish I would have had this when Elizabeth had been diagnosed with Osgood-Schlatters disease. It supports the physical and spiritual aspects of the body to increase feelings of strength and courage and self-esteem in the face of adversity. It's used for itching and allergies, soothes backaches, headaches, and sore muscles, restores confidence, reduces anxiety. If they have to do a show and tell and they're scared, make sure they have a cotton ball of Valor so they can breathe it before they do their show and tell. It eases labor and delivery. All you have to do is apply this on location or on the wrist or the chest or the back of the neck or the bottom of the feet. It contains oils of spruce and frankincense, blue tansy, and a carrier oil. It does have a carrier oil. So let's talk just a minute about natural versus synthetic body care, especially in the realm of what we should be using for our children. Synthetic chemicals are often used to extend some essential oils, so you really have to be careful. It seems that just about everything is being replaced by imitations, but these imitations are proving very, very harmful and even toxic to the human body. So let's take a look at what might be in your child's or your children's personal care products. Hidden chemicals found in baby and children and teen products. There's mineral oil, especially in Johnson & Johnson's baby oil. That is 99.999% mineral oil. Mineral oil causes allergies and immune toxicity. It affects the lungs and can cause chemical pneumonia. It clogs the pores and it exacerbates cradle cap, eczema, and skin rashes. So it's the last thing you want to put on a child. It absorbs all fat-soluble vitamins in the intestinal tract, which robs the body of nutrition. It reduces the flow of blood, and it incites an inflammatory response, setting the stage for disease. Please do not use mineral oil, baby oil, or anything that contains mineral oil on your children or yourself. Sodium lauryl sulfate is another ingredient that you're going to see a lot of, especially over-the-counter bath products, because it causes it to foam. SLS, sodium lauryl sulfate, sodium lauryl sulfate, all of them with that kind of a name alter skin structure, allowing other chemicals to penetrate deep into the skin. So if you're using an over-the-counter shampoo or body wash and it has SLS in it and it has other chemicals in it, then you're getting them deeper into your tissue. It is directly related to loss of hearing and loss of eyesight. Over time, it's cumulative. It mimics the hormone of estrogen identified in reproductive infertility. It can cause eye deformities in children as well. Stay away from sodium lauryl sulfate. Okay, let's look at the specific kids' scents, oils, and collections that we have in Young Living I don't think I have them all here, but I'm going to have these showcased, of course, at my vendor fair, April 10th in Edwardsville. We have Genius, which helps to keep a child on task. We have Owie, which helps to support, whenever they have an Owie, obviously. Bite Buster. We have, I don't know that Bite Buster is available right now. Tummy Jies, that's really good for helping tummy issues, sniffles, and sleepy eyes, helping them to sleep. All these support sensitive skin because they're all pre-diluted. They support calming the body, uplifting the senses, relaxing the mind and body, and they help meet the needs of children. They're very safe, natural alternatives. Allow caregivers to effectively navigate children through childhood to become healthy and happy adults. We also have the Kids Sense Collection bath gel and shampoo. And I mentioned using the shampoo in the baby wipes. You can use the bath gel as well. The bath gel is a liquid soap. But it just depends on what you have. If you have both of them, choose one. It's safe and gentle. They effectively gently cleanse. They're protective for sensitive skin, and it balances the pH. Pure and organic, natural scent, formulated with MSM and aloe vera. These are really, really good supports for kids. Contains the oil of cedarwood and geranium, the bath gel does, and the shampoo contains the oil of tangerine, lemon, and blue tansy. A couple of other products that we have are the Kids Collection lotion and Tender Tush. I mentioned Tender Tush for diaper rash, and the skin lotion you can use for teething rashes, facial rashes, or any, all over body rub, because it has wonderful oils like cedarwood and western red cedar and geranium. Also, the Tender Tush contains sandalwood and Roman chamomile, lavender, cistus, blue tansy, lemon, and frankincense. Wonderful oils. The lotion also has shea butter and MSM and aloe vera. Really great collection. We also have the Kids Sense toothpaste, which has a great bubblegum flavor. It's free of synthetic dyes and flavors, and it does not have a poison control number on the back, which if you check out the toothpastes, if they're not 100% natural, and many natural toothpastes like Tom's, I'm sure if you're into natural stuff, you've heard of Tom's. It has sodium lauryl sulfate in it. So I'm not a big fan of those kinds of things. And it has, our toothpaste has grapefruit, tangerine, lemon, spearmint, ocotea, clove, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus, and rosemary oils in it. All right, quickly, nutrition, natural versus synthetic vitamins. Many over-the-counter chewable vitamins have food coloring additives and have been found to be directly related to ADD and ADHD in children and other behavioral challenges. So what other options do you have? We have natural nutrition. We have a chewable formulated from whole food extracts, Mighty Bites multivitamin. It's a whole food multi-nutrient supplement. It contains nutrient-dense fruits, plants, and veggies. I've actually taken this myself. It's really great for, getting your vitamins, multivitamins. I do take the True Source as well, but I will use Mighty Bites every once in a while. I just like the ease of chewing them up. It combats the negative effects of enzyme depletion and assists to normal digestion as well. Other nutritious things are the Wolfberry Crisp bars. These are whole foods. You can actually cut them into little pieces and have them for snacks for the kids. There's 16 grams of protein in these. They're rich in antioxidants and phytonutrients, and they're all kosher, and they're just great for an on-the-go snack. Healthy, healthy, healthy. Ningxia Red for kids, they call it their super juice. It energizes and fortifies and replenishes the body. contains the Ningxia wolfberry, which is nature's most powerful superfruit. It's full of high health promoting antioxidant and includes nutrient dense fruits like blueberries, raspberries, and pomegranates. And it's great to make frozen treats with for the little ones. But the packets are convenient on the go nutrition. So always have some in your kids' bags, you know, in their backpacks, whatever. Packets are convenient. Also, a great treat for kids, if you start them young, is nutritious Ningxia dried wolfberries. It's a great tasty snack. You can add it to smoothies. You can add it to cereals, granola, yogurt. It's got health boosting benefits, and it has a Ziploc reclosable bag for on the go. A quarter of a cup a day is amazing what it can do for your own vitality. I'm going to talk to you just a moment about vaccines. There's a myth out there, and you can check this out at the National Vaccine Information Center, www.nvic.org. Vaccines boost immunity. This is not true. The truth is that vaccines damage the immune system. Due to their synthetic chemical and genetic ingredients, they cause toxic overload. They weaken the immune system and actually compromise its ability to fend off disease and heal the body. Our solution: boost the immune system naturally through good nutrition, like Ningxia Rad and Ningxia wolfberries and all of the things we just talked about. Avoid chemical-laden personal care and cleaning products. Embrace therapeutic-grade essential oils and support the body with pure therapeutic-grade supplements. So you probably know where I stand on vaccines. I also believe in therapeutic massage for little ones. And you can do this. The parents can do this. It creates a bond with the infant or child and the parent. It calms and relaxes them. It supports the child's emotional well-being, and it creates a sense of trust and security. It also helps to build self-esteem in our children when we love on them like this. Another thing that I believe highly in is chiropractic care for children. The International Chiropractic Pediatric. Yes.
I've done feet massage with one of my kids at the center years ago when he was fighting us about laying down on his bed to take a nap. I would literally whip off his shoes and socks. I grab my lavender, put it on my hands, rub my hands together, and then I started rubbing his feet, and almost in 2 seconds flat, he lay still, and then after a while, he fell asleep.
That's right. And I'm sure you had a little bonding time with him as well.
Yep.
Thank you for sharing that, April. So the International Chiropractic Pediatric Association, the ICPA, found spinal manipulative therapy safe and successful in treating children of all ages. It's gentle, it's non-invasive, it's drug-free. Used in conjunction with therapeutic grade essential oils, chiropractic care may resolve numerous health issues, improve sleep, modify behavior and attitude, and boost the immune system function. I believe that. Whoops. Huh. So I think I've hidden all the rest of my slides. So anyway, 90 days to healthier, happier children. Basically, choose some of these products that we talked about tonight, put them on your subscribe to save, start putting things in your house that it's going to promote health and well-being, and love on your kids with essential oils. I do have a disclaimer at the end of this one. It says, if you are in need of medical attention, please consult a professional healthcare provider. This presentation was designed to help promote an understanding of the use of natural aromatic plants in the pursuit of well-being, whether emotional, physical, or aesthetic. I hope you enjoyed this class tonight, and I hope that you will share this class with any new mom or any mom with kids or any dad with kids, and help them to see the vision of healthy children for our future, because there are so many illnesses out there right now, so many viruses coming into our into our environment, so many chemicals in our environment. We can make a difference. And if we demand better, we will get better. But we have to stand up for what we believe, right? So I'm going to turn off my, I'm going to stop my share. I'm going to turn off my recording. Thanks for joining me, by the way.